So, I just got back from watching Suicide Squad, and let me tell you what I thought about it. Okay, first of all, I did not hate this movie. There's parts of the movie I did hate, yeah, but I didn't hate it. Like, I actually enjoyed this movie. Let's go ahead and tell you what I liked about the movie. I liked a majority of the characters in the movie. They were really good. Mostly fleshed out, except for there's two characters in the movie that are way more fleshed out in terms of background than the others. And that would be Harley Quinn and Deadshot. And Deadshot was fantastic. Will Smith did a very good job. Harley Quinn she was okay. A couple times I thought she overperformed her character, and at certain times she felt exactly how she should be for Harley Quinn. Like, nailed it. Alright, but yeah, Deadshot and Harley Quinn were really good in this. The others were also good, but not nearly as, fleshed out as the other two. One character who I thought was going to be terrible because he's so bad in everything he's in, is Captain Boomerang, aka Jai Courtney himself. He's usually just not a very good actor, so surprise, surprise. I was pretty surprised by that. He was likable, mostly. Alright. Let's see. The soundtrack was actually pretty good for this movie. It fit a good 90% of the time. And it wasn't bad for just the way the movie was. The movie had a very unique feel for it. The first 20 minutes had a very unique style that I highly enjoyed that style. Like, it was very colorful. There's introducing characters in a, I wouldn't say unique way, because they've done this before and other stuff, but it is semi-lazy, but it worked for the type of movie it is. Especially since they had to throw in so many characters into this movie. Alright, let's see, the characters were good, the music was pretty good. The story. It's basically a bad version of Dirty Dozen. But, you know, they had to do something to make it work, and they didn't quite do it. I didn't like the story that much. Just saying, like, it was pretty bland. Like, it was a workable story, but it was a very predictable one, and didn't really have room for any surprises. Besides, like, oh no, it's the Joker. We knew he was in the movie from the trailer. And, yeah. There was no real surprise in this movie. Now to the thing I hated the most, and that was the Joker. Not saying he was a bad character. I just don't like that version of the Joker. Because he's actually good in that version. Like, he actually does a pretty good job of that. But I just don't like it because he's more of a really crazy mob boss type of guy than a Joker character. He's very different. But he wasn't terrible in the movie. I just don't like him. And he is kind of, people say he's not used that much. Well, yeah, obviously, because it's a Suicide Squad movie and not a Joker movie. It's not Batman. It's not Batman versus the Joker. No. It's not Suicide Squad versus the Joker. No. He's a minor villain in this movie who's not even like a villain in the movie. He's just there. Like, He's the, I guess they show Harley Quinn's like love interest, really. But yeah, he doesn't really do that much besides like attempt to well, he does rescue her, and then she comes back because things happen. And it's a long story. I'm not gonna go into any spoilers really, besides one. I'm gonna tell you who the villain of this movie is, and this is the biggest gripe I have with this movie. The villain is shitty, and the villain is the Enchantress. She's just a witch. Which leads up to, well, okay. There's two main villains. The Enchantress and Incubus, who's her brother. They both suck. They're not good villains. And, let's just say the final battle between them is extremely bad. Like, this is actually probably the worst thing in the movie. The final battle between the Suicide Squad and the main two villains. It's not good. Like, it's watchable, and you're like, well, okay, that's not really that believable, but oh well. But yeah, my only real complaints about this movie, surprisingly enough, is the villains aren't good. Did not like the Joker. The ending was really bad, and the plot is very predictable. Like, that's four things. They're actually pretty major things, but still, it's not bad. Like, I actually mostly enjoyed it because the characters are funny. Like, they're funny when they need to. They're serious when they need to. Like, the tone was pretty good. It's just the plot and the villains, mainly. And then I guess the Joker parts, because it's kind of cringy, and I just don't like the way that Joker's written. But, oh well. There's a lot of people who like him. And I tolerate him as another version of the Joker, because there's a billion and one different Jokers out there. Like, he's actually not even my least favorite Joker. And the reason I don't like this Joker that much is because I just watched Killing Joke like the day before, and that's the Joker there that I'm used to. This is like a curveball, and didn't like it. Let's see, anything else I can talk about this movie? Yeah, like I enjoyed it. More than I probably should have because of the flaws it has, but it was actually a very enjoyable summer movie, and I recommend checking it out. I'm gonna have to give it a see, they're gonna be a 7.5 or 8. I'll say 7.5 because there's a lot of flaws with it, but it is still a watchable movie, and it's still an enjoyable movie. And I still enjoy this movie a lot more than Batman vs. Superman. And it actually has humor. Surprise, surprise. Like, the only character that got butchered, really, is the Joker. And technically, he didn't get butchered. Because, he's got so many different versions of him out there. So you could just pick and choose. And this one's kind of like a combination of, Heath Ledger's and, let's see. There's a comic book Batman, not Batman, but Joker that's very similar. It's kind of like a combination of them two. I can't remember which comic it's from. I just read it it's like 2 years ago, and it was interesting. But yeah, I did not hate it. I recommend checking it out, and yeah, that's it for my review. I know I rambled on a little bit at the end here, but yeah. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like, and I'm not going to let it go to 10 minutes, so don't worry. But yeah, give it a like, and subscribe if you like my videos. That's it. Later, guys.